Hey guys, welcome back to my Final Fantasy IX Let's Play. This is part 7, I think. So, I farmed a little bit of XP on Garnet and Steiner. I did a few of their abilities, so I could definitely go to 20 like I was planning, but it's really not needed. I just made it so they're about the same level as the other guys. So I'm just heading into town. I overfilled myself on ore, and I also remembered a treasure I forgot, and it's worth about 2,000 gil, I think. So I really want that. Not that I really need it, I just want it. And there was also this ATE I heard about. I've never actually seen this ATE. I really didn't want to spoil what was going to happen, because I figured if I hadn't seen it, then lots of people had not seen it. Sorry, that's really funny to me. So you actually have to have gone down into the underground to trigger that cutscene there. And that's all you have to do, you just have to come back. So I was just reading more and more on Final Fantasy IX, brushing up a bit more on later parts, and I realized I missed a few things, and I ended up running into that on a website. I don't even know how I got there, but I figured, why not show it? So I saw a speedrunner grab this just because it's so close, so that's why I never knew about that as a kid. Oh right, I also wanted to sell ore. I maxed it out while I was fighting the whale zombies. And it just kept annoying me every time I fought them that it was coming up. I didn't want to make the run while I was farming. I only really farmed probably for like, I want to say 10-15 minutes. I also noticed I did miss an item I'll pick up later at Southgate. So I don't need any ore at all, just in case I run into the friendly monsters. But basically later on we can turn ore into specific gems, and depending on how many gems you have dictates how much damage you do with some summons. But I probably mentioned this already. I feel like summons are a waste of time, so I don't ever use them. But that's pretty much my stance on all summons in all games of Final Fantasy except for Final Fantasy VII, where Knights of the Round is OP. So I didn't grab any of the treasure chests, I just was doing fighting, just so I could show them off. I don't even remember what's in these treasure chests. I knocked out Marcus because I didn't need him. I will pick him up for the fight, because I think there are some steals that are useful. Not enough that if he dies, I'm just going to leave him dead. And I'm not going to put any equipment on him, so he probably will die. But I have the blood sword back on Steiner, so he will... Actually, I'm just going to use Garnet's mana. Oh, I didn't heal it. No, I'm just going to use it if he's down there. Not like I have a problem with items. My problem with items would be I have too many. Alright, before we go, I will save on the same spot. So, we will be fighting a snake monster. I don't know if this snake actually has the same battle mechanics as the one after it, but one of them curls into a ball and takes less physical damage. So I pulled that lever too early. basically what I want to do is I want to pull this lever to get, I believe it's called the Gargant, running around, and then I can feed it. So, if you talk to Todd, all he says is he's trying to remember what else we have to do. He hasn't used this in years, apparently. I don't remember what the steals that this boss have, but I don't think they're very good. I don't have detect on Marcus, so I can't really see. I could look it up, I guess, but I'm not going to do that. So basically when the snake comes out, he scares the Gargant, and we have to fight it, otherwise the Gargant's going to try to run away. Unfortunately, it doesn't really back up at a very good pace, so... So I think this one might be the one who curls on a ball, but I don't know for sure. Unfortunately, I don't really have any magic damage, so I was kind of hoping it was the next fight where I actually had some magic damage. I suppose you could summon if you spammed enough levels. I think I probably have enough to summon one of my earlier summons if I had max mana. So he KO'd Marcus in the first hit, I'm not gonna bother. So I just noticed I put the racket on Garnet just so she could do a bit of damage. I think String is just like String Shot in Pokemon, it slows their opponent down. Or inflicts slow in Final Fantasy's case. I thought Devil Kiss had a death proc, but I don't think it does. It does a little damage as well. And that fight is over. I guess it is the next one that has the ability to curl in a ball. So the items I probably could have stolen would be items I could buy in the next town for the other party. Which we will be joining back quite shortly. You know something's going to happen when the characters are starting to talk like that. It's so obvious as a kid that they were going to get trapped. I didn't see how they were going to get trapped. The textures weren't. Actually, I think the textures were probably the same. I didn't notice the floor exactly, but I was like, this is a trap, 100% a trap. Just the way Garnet was talking and Steiner cutting her off. I don't know if I'm frozen, to be honest, or if my controller's disconnecting, or I'm not allowed to push that prompt. It was one of the three. I'm assuming I couldn't push the prompt. I'm looking, my controller still has the light on, and I can push these, so... I don't remember that being a thing. I don't know if I've actually beaten this version of the game. I never clued into that until I was watching a speedrun and noticed how often this game crashes, and I thought it was just on my computer. but apparently the HD version was not as ironed out as the other version, which I do have on my PlayStation 1. I don't even know where it is, if I'm being totally honest. So, we can go back and deliver the cuckoo nut, and I kind of want to. He'll probably only give me an easy item. I'm going to get back on the chocobo. I parked him in a bad spot. It probably would be hard to get into the, the grotto. Excuse me. So all you have to do is you go talk to this guy and give him the cuckoo nut. So apparently I'm too early in the game, so he's only giving me 10s. What I didn't know, and what I found out, is the encounter rate in the HD remake is a lot lower than the normal game. So I thought I was just getting lucky. I didn't mean to do that. And not getting many encounters, but apparently the encounter rate is so low that the speedrun, it used to be an average of like 50 something encounters, and now it's down to like 12. So that stood out to me as a lot less encounters. So there's a lot of different ways to get items in Clara, and some of them involve dealing with the ATs properly. I'll be honest, I don't remember how, but we'll see how it goes. I'll get as many as I can. I'm not going for 100%. I didn't know if I should consider that a cutscene or not. I just stopped talking after, and yeah. There are quite a few items in this this area. Okay, I should be checking my equipment. I just realized. Luckily, I haven't gotten an encounter, but I definitely have a lot of upgrades to go. I'm just checking. I want to learn jelly. So the Magus hat will probably be more useful. No, getting the extra speed. I thought it would do something. Putting the Magus hat on, or putting the bandana on. Sorry. So I think one of the items I could have stolen was the Thunder Gloves, but we can get that once we get in town. Well, that's convenient. I was going to put the bronze armor on, and I noticed chainmail has the same effect. That is very convenient. So that's super convenient too. Fire is a good spell, and I was going to put the Flame Staff on to learn it. But that's definitely a much better option, because I still have to do the Thunder Staff as well. There's probably another item that does Thundara. I believe that I thought there was an item behind that tree. Maybe that's later. I know there's another item, okay, in this area. It must sound like the ramblings of a madman when I talk. Sorry. So the way to go is the way I started to go at first, and then I want to double check in case I'm going to miss an item up here. Yeah, okay, we can't go there yet. So basically I've got to go push the sand to a higher level so we can walk. And the way to do that is to stick your hand in the hole and push a button. You can examine it, but it doesn't really give you any extra information. It's kind of like the stab barrel little side part. I didn't realize I pushed so far down. I was trying to open it. So there should be another chest that was pushed around. Okay, it was the one I already picked up. I thought there was another one. Okay, so these two chests up here you have to drop in, I believe, with Quina. And I believe it's through an ATE. I guess cutscene area. I don't know how to really describe it because I don't honestly remember, but I do know that it involves ATEs. I believe his weakness is ice, so I'm just gonna hit him with ice. So it might not be inherently obvious, but there's actually a core and a sand golem. Sand golem can be killed multiple times. The core is what you want to hit. If you want to take it out anyways. Honestly, I thought Lazara was strong enough to kill it. It really is nice to have MP so early in the game. So you can't eat that at all. I just realized I think he still has his old fork on, and I could definitely upgrade his weapon. Or her weapon. Hopefully that'll end the fight. There's no difference for abilities-wise having the fork or the needle fork. It's just a big difference in damage. Or damage range anyways. He can still do, or she can still do a ton of little damages, but the max damage is a lot higher. I wasn't paying attention whether or not the abilities were low or not, so I could have missed one. Oh, speaking of needle fork. Okay. So he'll probably have another letter for us and probably give us a good nut every time again. Oh, okay. So we'll have to start another chain somewhere else. I want to see which Moogle. Lucius. I'm not sure where that Moogle is off the top of my head. I could have saved there. There's no real point. I believe there's either a thunder staff or a fire staff over here. Flame staff, okay. So I could have come here later and avoided random encounters, I believe. But I kind of want to get the items now before I forget it. And the random encounters aren't really a big deal, especially with their lower chance. I believe these guys have a skill, I just don't remember what it is. A lot of the early monsters do have, I did not expect it to have such low health. So I believe there's an item in here, and there's a passage over here, but I don't think we can get anything from here yet. But I could be wrong. I forgot about this section of it. I thought it ended up over here. So I'm pulling this lever to stop the sand. But I don't think I can do anything with the extra sand down below. Basically, it just allows me to go up the next area. I'm trying to remember how Quina falls down. I think it's to do with a whirlpool. I didn't mean to walk in there. Apparently I am very poor at mashing today. So I'm not really worried about the items here, I'll get them later. But I'm really having a hard time with this D-pad directional. So it's really random which way you can get out of these. It's dependent on the way you go in. And later on there will be no whirlpools, so I'll just grab the items now. I thought I could walk off the edge on the left. I guess not. Alright. We will get into battle soon, but not exactly yet. We probably don't have any other upgrades to worry about. No, I really don't. I probably should change abilities now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, so I'm going to change the abilities because we're going to be fighting a lot of men, so I want Man-Eater on everyone who has it. And I believe it's on the Freya Zidane who have it. So I'm not going to be fighting any undead, and bugs, maybe random encounters, but that's not going to matter. I want to see... So, the boss before we get attacked, I don't honestly know what the stat would be for it. I guess bug might be what it is, actually. So I don't think I have my Steam notifications on with my overlay, so I think even if I get an achievement, you would see it. But I do have a lot of the achievements in this game. Something like 60% or something. There's a lot I could do. Like, I don't have Excalibur 2, I've never gotten it before. But the only one I'm really aiming for is 4 Moonstones. And probably the ATE if I can get it, but I'm sure there's hard to get ATEs that I don't know about. I honestly didn't mean to take the tour. I was more thinking while talking. But maybe you guys wanted to see it. I know there's a Moogle in the inn, but I don't remember the name of the Moogle. But both Moogles here will have to leave and go somewhere else. I don't remember where they go. I don't remember the name of the first one I talked to. I know I could say it now, but I don't remember it being anywhere else. So. Well, thanks for the tour, lady. If you talk to Vivi, he basically says he might take the tour again. So I think Quina goes down here. I think you have to prompt it with ATEs, and you can follow Quina down. And then you have to climb the trunk again with just Quina. So yeah, this is one of the first ones you have to prompt. Quina's looking for something to eat. So I have to go probably to this map and follow whichever way Quina goes. But I don't know that for sure. I will push that map next. Actually no, I'll probably hit the inn first. So this is where Dane and his family ended up. He's selling us stuff now. So we already have both of those. I don't need them. I really don't need those. So we didn't have options for Mithril Armor last time, or Armlet, or Thunder Gloves, so we're definitely buying those. I am gonna buy 2 more Mage's Hats, just in case they have abilities. So I didn't realize Mithril Vests were for armor I didn't have. I knew we had one, but I didn't I don't know the abilities off the top of my head. I just saw them at Throne Mountain that I probably don't have, so I'm gonna buy 2 of those. Let's go. So we won't run into devils for quite a while. There's really no point in putting Devil Killer on until like the end game. I thought it prompted me to grab this item. I didn't realize I was talking to that person right away. There's another item down here. How much money do I have? 130. That's not bad, or is it? Yeah, okay, 130. That's quite a lot. Okay, so she had a letter for me. I'm just guessing gender by name. I don't really know. There is another item around here, I think. I thought there was. Okay, it's right there. So this whole area is missable. Anything you get here now, it's possible to miss it. Because it won't be around much longer. Which is, I understand that's kind of a spoiler. That's especially why I don't miss anything. So I don't know why they're making a big deal out of Baby. They must have seen him earlier. But that's unfortunate. So I guess there's a mushroom is Quina, and we'll follow Quina over there next. Okay, I thought we would be able to do something if we came over here with Quina. Guess not. There must be a way to push another AT to figure out that Quina was over here. Oh, or she's over here already. Perfect. So dizzy. That's awesome. So I think it's just magician's shoes and something else here. Not super helpful, but also not really useless either. I don't think I have magician's shoes at this point. Silk robe is also another good upgrade. Let's see. Obviously it's not an upgrade for the Robo Lords, but it has ability up, which is really good at this point. So we'll grab that. Magician shoes is not bad. MP 10% will help me later. Obviously, I don't know how long I'll keep the robe on Quina, because we will lose Quina soon, and it's really good, so I'll put it on somebody else. So only the mages can wear it. So Vivi, Garnet, Quina at this point. Luckily with the very low encounter rate, I probably won't run into any mobs while I'm skipping through all of the areas. A fight with Zedaean and Quina, I definitely would avoid stealing. So you can squeeze through here without falling. And I luckily managed to do it. You can't do it on this one though. So I think I was spinning the wrong way, so it pushes me up there always. I don't think it has anything to do with which way you're aiming. I thought it did as a kid, but I don't think it does anymore. And encounter this. Oh. So now I just need to pick up the items I've missed. I'm trying to remember where they are. I know there's a few. I can't remember where. So this is probably Vivi. Yeah. So I'm gonna run around a bit more. I think that was, yeah, talking to the cleric there. I don't think it's actually a cleric. They all kind of dress like clerics in my opinion. I guess there really isn't any. I'm gonna walk to where maybe is just in case I can push another ATE. Because I would like to get that achievement. I just, I don't know if I know where they all are. That really sucks that we can't do anything to help. I'm gonna actually remove the silk robe. I'm gonna just put on a normal mithril vest so she can learn auto potion. Just in case I want Vivi to be wearing the robe of lords. I think I kind of do for the optional fight in Alexandria. There is an item right around here, I'm sure of it, but I don't know if she's blocking it right now. Oh, okay, it's down here. So all I had to do was come into this church-looking building to push the story along, and then I just get sent back. I think I might actually just talk to that person out there, but I think it's probably inside here. So you have to talk to this oracle to tell you, otherwise the other guy just tells you you can't pass. So I have to grab these items now, otherwise they'll be blocked later on by people. I think there's two. I guess I am mistaken. I guess it's just the one. Not that I really have any need for a yellow scarf at this point. I honestly didn't read the text, so I think I have to go to the inn or the front of town. Okay, yeah, I have to go to the front. So, Puck got attacked by the antlion. I think that's the name of the mob. I can't remember if the antlion is weak to fire or ice. I think it's ice. But it honestly doesn't make that big of a difference. I am going to steal and focus. So I read earlier how much you can focus is based on how much magic you have. Basically every focus is 1.5 times your magic. And you can stack it until you have 99 magic on a character. So at this point, Vivi probably has like 40, so he could at least stack it probably 5 times. But I'm not going to stack it that much unless I really am missing items. I don't think he has that great of items, but I think he does have some upgrades. It would have been nice to be able to equip Vivi with those. So I'm going to throw a Raise Wind on everyone. Basically, it just adds regen to everyone. It will run out pretty quickly, but I kind of want it on because of the antlion has a special skill called Sandstorm, and it puts all your characters in critical health, which is yellow health. So I think it actually at this point would put everyone into 10 or less health, and he does it a lot. It might actually depend on how much health he has before he starts using it, so I might be actually safe. But for now, we'll just focus on stealing. I'm gonna jump with Freya just so she doesn't get tranced right away. I never explained Freya's trance, and it might actually have a nice fight, so I'll start by explaining it. Basically, her special ability for trance is if she jumps, she stays in the air and continually attacks. It's probably one of the best trances in the game. But it could actually be exciting, but I think his is quite useless just because it loses thievery. So Golden Helmet's quite a good upgrade. He only should have one more item. Probably not as good as Golden Helmet, but I don't personally know. And we got hit by Sandstorm. I meant to throw a Raise Wind. I forgot it also blinds everyone, which isn't that big of a deal. But I really don't want Vivi to die here, because he'll lose his focuses as far as I know. So I was pretty sure I hit everyone Freya's win, but I did notice that, okay, regen is happening slowly. He might kill maybe with that. That sucks. That makes this quite a hard fight. I'm gonna throw a high potion on him because he doesn't have any regen. And I think all three of the other characters still have regen on them. Trouble's another negative status. I don't actually remember what it does. So it's probably not that detrimental. I'm gonna jump with Freya. That'll eat some damage. So I'm only going for one more steal, and then I'm just gonna go with Navy. I don't have any healing spells for that. Unfortunate. Alright. So we should be doing almost 3k damage with the amount of focuses if they didn't get eliminated with being knocked out. So they must have got eliminated. Unfortunately, I must have followed Freya's transfer down attack, so she didn't stay up there. It would have done a lot more if I could have switched her weapon to what I thought earlier, but I probably wouldn't have because I need to AP for her to learn Razor. And the fight is over. Missed another item. That's okay, it probably wasn't that useful. So here we learn that Puck is actually the son of the king, so he's a prince. That's why Freya's bowing. So we don't get access to our equipment until after a bunch of cutscene and dialogue. Try to keep in mind you need to change a bunch of equipment. So, like Alexandria and Lindblum, they also have a legendary jewel, and they use it to maintain the tornado around, or hurricane around Clara. And obviously it's seen on top of the harp there. So they're just performing a ritual dance to strengthen the tornado. They're hoping it will stop any invader from approaching. Even though we've walked up, no problem. So the reason they added Freya to their dance, they thought with her strength of being a Dragon Knight, it would really help strengthen the hurricane. Unfortunately, because of Kuja, they, working behind the scenes, they actually dispelled the hurricane. And now we're quite defenseless, although I think it looks way more beautiful trying to build the tornado. It would look so much better without the mist as well. So I guess they only know it as a magic stone at this point. But Beatrix comes here to steal it. I don't know what they know about the 4 stones or gems, but I don't think they actually know what they're for. They just know they're powerful. So I think we'll be back to Sideman's party before we flip back to Dagger and Steiner. I'm not sure. It pushes the story back and forth a bit until we regroup together. So she recalls what Zidane told Vivi to yell when someone was trying to kidnap them. Obviously it's not going to work if you are in a giant castle where no one else is going to listen. Yeah, I don't believe you. You're a fat cow. So right here, Kuja's gonna put Garnet to sleep, and then they're gonna try to extract the Adolins from her. They are the summons of this game. So we have to get a few things done before we can rescue Garnet. Unfortunately, she does actually lose the Eidolons. Basically, they had to wait until she was 16, until her body was strong enough to survive the extraction. That's why they didn't do it earlier. They might have mentioned that, or they mention it later. I don't remember. Oh, that's convenient. Now I can put a much stronger one. Unfortunately, I kind of really want to get Bird Killer, just because of how useful it is. Oh yes, I definitely want ability up on her. So I probably don't need counter, but it kind of helps. So Bray's probably will be my main damage right behind Vivi in these coming fights. obviously I will be spending most of my time setting and stealing. I still need to hit that. I want to say my usual goal for steals is 400, but I think I'm aiming too high for speed, so I might actually need like 600, depending on what my speed is when I get thievery. I probably already told you guys what the formula is, but just in case. Basically it's your speed times your amount of steals divided by 2. It's a pretty easy formula. So we're heading down the trunk to stop any invaders. I don't know which abilities I really need for sighting. So now I have ability up on 2 out of my 4 characters. That's super helpful. I didn't realize I was buying mage hats. I thought I was buying Magus hats, but mage hats are super helpful. So I have 2 items pushing Fyra. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Mithril Vest on because we are gonna lose Quina, and she's not that much help later on. So I'm gonna throw a bandana on, just because I don't want to lose the other mage's hat. I want it on Garnet if the need arises. I'm very much debating removing the Protect Ring, because I won't find much use in Quina right now, so I am going to remove the Protect Ring. Probably not great that I only got half of the half mana push, but it'll be okay. So we have 2 Magician shoes, and I'm going to be taking 1 off of Zidane for Protect Ring, so I really don't care about losing a pair of Magician shoes while we don't have Quina. So Alexandria soldiers have, I want to say about 550 health. So I think Freya knocks him out in 1 hit, and Blizzara definitely does. I don't really want to waste my mana at this point, so I'm not going to. We're just going to kill them with Quina and Freya. I assumed she was going to do way more damage. I don't know why it was only 200. I must be missing something. She's probably in the back. Okay, so that's 1. And I must have messed up something. Next time I'll just use BB to wipe the floor with soldiers. Yeah, so she could be definitely pushing the 600 mark, or at least 550 to knock him out in 1 hit. I'll throw her in the front row. I don't remember how much health she has. I don't think it's very dangerous or not. But at this point, I think she has enough health to survive. So those are the only 2 chests I missed. Just because I knew I was going to get them later. I just have to run into a few encounters that are mandatory, and then we'll turn back around. Excuse me. Wow, that was 4 people with crap ATB. That sucks. I wonder if the triggers actually move the oh, okay, so that's what the trigger does. Never mind. I always get thrown off with how it moves down. So I put auto attack on by accident, and it'll just prime everyone whose ATB was ready to attack. Pretty sure I put Manmeter on Zidane and Freya, so they're doing a lot more damage than they would normally. But I seriously think Freya should be one-shotting these. Zidane probably could as well, if he wasn't in the back row. I didn't expect BB's damage to be so low when he multi-attacked. Quina always has the option of rolling super low. It is really frustrating, but there's not much you can do about it. So, like most trances, this one's just on a random encounter. That's why most people in the Final Fantasy community really don't care for the trance system in Final Fantasy 9. So basically we noticed that they really weren't attacking very hard. So they were actually sending black mages to attack, and they can use this like teleporting bubble. Basically they turn into energy and float where they want to. We'll use that to our advantage later. But if we had kept pushing, apparently we would have run into Beatrix, and we would have got knocked out again. So we were kind of lucky Puck showed up. We will still get knocked out by Beatrix, but it'll be later. So we'll actually be able to help defend the town a little. So, the Black Mages have probably a little less than the Alexandria soldiers for help. So we should be able to take them out pretty easily. Luckily for me, I have so much mana on DD because of the half mana. So, I don't mind spamming Blizzara. I'm just gonna go to this Moogle just in case they have a letter now. Oh, and I forgot Stiltkin was here. So, one of the items he gave us was the Phoenix Painting, which sells for 1,000, and he only asked us for 400. You can't beat his deals, man. You can't. Cyrano, I remember that name for some reason. He must be in an important spot. I don't remember, so it's definitely not on this continent. So I'm going to push a new save, and I want to see how much time we've been recording for. So it looks like it's been 50 minutes. I'll finish this section, and then we'll save after that. So here we have a little mini game, not this exact fight, but to save as many civilians as we can. And honestly, it's not too hard if you follow the key advice of never send your civilians straight up. Basically, the trick to this mini game. So I didn't even see how much damage Quina did to the first one. So it must have been around 300 or 250. So if we're lucky, Quina will roll up to take that person out. And that ends the fight. And I got 2 steals out of that. So they drop the common sword of the Mithril Sword as a card a lot in this area. ATB really sucks for me. So I'm gonna spam another Blizzara. And I missed them. So I don't think that Blizzara is gonna kill because Quina rolled so low on her damage. that's okay. They really can't do enough damage to me. Actually, because we knocked out the other one, oh, I guess it still counts as an AoE attack. I really hope he doesn't steal one. Maybe, and he did not. That's good. But he still got 0. That sucks, buddy. So Osmosis is a spell that VP gets later. Basically it costs 8 MP to steal MP. Most of the time you get more than 8, so it's always beneficial to use. Somehow he rolled a 0. I don't know if that's possible for VP, but he can definitely roll under 8. It's very unlikely though. So they're gonna ask which way to go. If you send them up during your encounter, they will die. Or you will get an extra encounter and they will die. So my next method of how to tell them is just follow those priests. Whichever way they go, you know it's safe because that's where they were going. But as long as you don't push your characters up or backtrack, you'll be fine. The only reason we're doing this, one, I prefer the storyline of them all surviving. And they give you free items. But honestly, I don't care about their items. They don't add anything to your items, but it cements the story. I'm gonna throw a fire up. Alexander's probably fire up. I'm just guessing, but my guess might be right. I should have attacked someone else with Freya, but I wasn't paying attention, I guess. You got my... I don't care. Once you take a wow, you really suck at the spell. It's like embarrassingly bad. So this fight should be over unless I miss an attack. Or Quinn rolls real low. Probably enough that you can win this fight with the staff. Especially if he crits. I don't think I have access to my inventory until after we deal with this rescue quest. Oh, I do. Excuse me. So that's a nice upgrade for her. Nothing else I really need. Burn maybe way more AP, just it doubles your AP with ability up. So if you would have sent them down the stairs on the left, that's backtracking. I believe you run into an encounter, but I think it's less of an encounter than what I ran into. But I don't want to chance losing them. So I knew if I sent them right, they would survive it. Ooh, a Phoenix Pinion, that's probably a rare steal. I don't know if I stole from the middle one. The one that's dead, but I'm pretty sure I stole from the middle one, so I swapped. I forgot, if you get them really low health, they will all bleed, and you will lose that XP and AP you get from eating them. So, Zidane's starting to get tired. I don't want to give them the wrong impression and make them think it's safe now. I don't want them to disobey my commands and get themselves killed. It honestly doesn't matter what you pick, but it's just personal preference. So here we get surrounded, and Sir Fretley comes and helps us. If you forgot who Sir Fretley was, that was Freya's husband or boyfriend, I don't know exactly which. And we find out here that he lost his memory, and that's why he kept adventuring and not coming home. He really did get almost as strong as Beatrix, which is cool. So what happened was he ended up running into Puck, and he forgot everything. So Puck told him about who he was, and it sort of jogged memories about his homeland. He still doesn't remember Freya or the king, but he remembered being a dragon knight, so he wanted to protect his people. It's really weird to me if someone lost all their memory, they would start introducing themselves as someone they've never met before, especially when they're talking like they've met them before. It's really awkward. I imagine your first words would be, I forgot everything I ever knew, instead of just saying, hey, this is the first time we ever met. It's really weird. But I don't know. Never lost my memory like that, so. I don't really like his attire. I think he had better one in the memory, and that's always what I remember him in. It kind of caught me off guard when he was talking. Games like this, they don't usually change attire at all, so maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. But I'm pretty sure in Disc 1, when we were just about to fight Beatrix, we had memories of Sir Fretley, and I think he was wearing something else. I might go back and rewatch my own video just to see. So we're gonna start our second fight with Beatrix. Pretty much the same as the last one. I figured out why the fight ended the way it did. Basically, she had 10 turns of her turns, and then the fight would just end. So that was how that fight was working. So the kids just give you cards, and everyone else gives you sort of useful items. Well, Elixir is quite a useful item, but the other two items are just Evers and things. I don't remember what these two give. Not really useful at all. As per usual, I'm gonna check my map. So I need Cyrano and Lucius. Okay. I'm gonna check how long we've been running this video, and this might be it for this part. Might have to pick up the Beatrix fight next. Alright, so that's been about an hour. I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for joining me. I'll start the next one pretty quick.